Yo,
What's up?
What up? Yo, hey, it's your boy.
You're Mr. Heat Miser. I'm
Mr. Bo.
Mr. Bo. So yeah, our selections. Hi, I'm Bo.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
And this is Two Tunes Podcast.
Yeah, you started without me being ready.
I know.
You started to say something like you were gonna talk to me.
It was me remembering.
You hit the start button.
Yes, because what I wanted to say, I wanted it to be on.
You wanted to make some content.
I wanted it to be on tape, on wax. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this week is very much like. Well, no, because they're both like bad people, right? Like Heat Miser and what's the other guy's
Snow
name?
Miser?
Snow Miser, yeah. Where your song is all like, yeah, and mine's like, yeah. Like they're opposites.
Okay.
Kind of, sort of.
But
really, like
I'm
they're
Tigger
not.
and you're Eeyore.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Why was it called Winnie the Pooh? Well, you got to watch this movie with some stupid TikTok that I saw.
Oh.
That they're like, why is he named the Pooh? What
thought
did he
it was
be?
like-
Winnie the Bear?
After his race.
I don't know.
He's a race of poos.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. It was something about a movie, and the little kid is like, "It'll be called Winnie the Pooh." I was like, "Yes, and I'll write a book about it, Christopher Robin."
Oh, was it the Christopher Robin movie?
Maybe
With
I don't know.
Ewan McGregor, maybe?
No, I don't know.
Oh, no, that's a different one. That's the one where they come to life. No, I know the one you're talking about.
Because he's Christopher Robin, right?
Because he's Christopher Robin all grown up. It's like a Hook situation.
Yes.
No, but there's another.
Where have you gone?
There's another one that's.
Father.
I forget what that's called, but I've seen it. That's like the Finding Neverland of Winnie the Pooh movies.
The Saving Mr. Banks.
That's a different thing, but yes.
No, but what I'm getting at is that it's
Just movies of the same ilk. How's
Yeah.
that for a word?
sure ilk.
So what do we do here, Bo?
We talk about two tunes.
Correct. How into Christmas music are you? And
Not-
Christmas music being general, because it's holiday wintertime music.
I'm not at all.
Okay.
This is as deep as I've ever gone was
Okay.
this month.
Because you're trying to do a whole theme.
Because I'm trying to do like, well, let me look at all these winter songs and let's
Yeah.
make them not about like, well, all those classics. Let me search for like newer ones or obscure ones or alternative ones. So I've been spending a lot of time like going to the because there's a whole section on Apple Music of holiday playlists, and then you go through it, and then some of them are like, okay, yep, that's about Jesus, that's about Jesus, that's about Jesus, that's about Hanukkah, and then I'm looking for ones that are like secular.
I got you.
So they don't exist really.
Yeah.
like
Or it's harder to find them.
There was one called Silent Night, or something like that. I forget what it was called. The playlist, but yeah.
So I'm also not super into Christmas music, but I've been making a concerted effort this year not to listen to it, but to sort of do what you're doing of finding
Obscure ones.
obscure or different or like cool takes on classics and stuff like that. So I have started my own Christmas playlist. It is called Dope Christmas. If anybody would
on Spotify.
If anybody would like the link to it.
So I'm gonna.
This is testing how much people pay attention and listen. So
Do you want to put it in the description?
no, I want to. You got to reach out to me. You got to ask me either in the Discord or reach out to me on Instagram, and I will give you the link for my Dope Christmas playlist.
Okay.
I just added 2 more things to it today.
I mean, they could just look up "Dope Christmas."
it might be private though.
Maybe.
I didn't make it a public one. But I
Gotcha.
can share the link.
I'm gonna.
But like the tune I'm playing today is on there. There's a Sammy Ray tune on here. There's a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to keep adding to it as we go.
Yep.
As we go. I mean, as life happens and the clock spins and
Yes. So, playlist names on Apple Music: Essential Christmas. Hey, obviously it's
Yeah.
Christmas. Holiday hits. Holiday and spatial audio. Carol covered 2022.
Okay.
I think what that is.
So cover songs.
Every year around the holidays, the most fortunate of families get together and eat, drink, and be merry. Anyways, I was reading like the
No, I understand that, but
Whatever.
Like, what?
I think the Apple. It's basically saying, hey, you want to be on my my compilation album? Like, it's like, so we want you to record a Christmas song, and it has to like, so it's all of the covers are the same. And
it's
I'm
like
betting
only
that
the
they're
same handful of tunes just by different people, is what you're saying?
no. Like the album covers. Look at like on the side here.
Oh,
they all
I
look
see what
the
you're
same.
saying.
Like
Yeah,
they've got
yeah,
the
yeah.
same theme.
Yeah. Okay.
Like where it's like wrapping paper around and then maybe like a circle or some shape, and like the person who sings it is there.
Yeah.
I think these might only be Apple exclusives now that I think about it.
That would make sense too.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. But then All I Want for Christmas is Pop Holiday. Christmas crooners.
Okay.
Classic Christmas. Modern country Christmas. Instrumental holiday. Acoustic Christmas. Classic Christmas carols. Navidad Latina. That's the same one. Oh, classical carols covered.
Oh, okay.
Holiday movie hits. R&B for the holidays. Jazz Christmas. Children's Christmas. Hope was born this night.
Happy birthday.
After
Hope.
dinner nap. A very indie Christmas, which I've listened to that. That's a good little mix of indie artists. Have yourself an alternative Yuletide in the company of rock's most innovative minds, like Phoebe Bridgers,
Nice.
and the Linda Lindas,
Oh, I
and
like them.
LCD Sound System, and She and Him, and His and Her, and Charlie Hickey, and old 90s Sevens,
Oh.
which I really thought you were going to pick one of their songs.
No,
Maybe it's next
they're
week.
not my favorite group, but they're pretty good. What's the worst Christmas song, Bo? There's a correct answer.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it the Wham song?
No, I don't think that's that bad of a song.
Is it the...
I got whammed, by the way.
Yeah.
Like December 3rd.
You have to explain it to people.
Okay, so the song Last Christmas by Wham.
Does it have to be by Wham?
Yes.
Okay.
So, here's a few things I didn't realize. I don't really I'm not all up on all the things. So the song Last Christmas by Wham, it has to be that version. And it is only starting on December 1st at like 12:01 or whatever you consider the beginning of December 1st. From that time until I think Christmas, if you hear that song and you recognize that song, you've sort of lost the game. You have been raptured by Whamageddon. You will live on in Whamhalla with the elders.
These are classic.
I know.
Are you stealing these?
Oh yeah, this is not my thing.
Whamageddon.
Yeah, Whamageddon is the sort of the name of the thing, and then you go into Whamhalla. But the idea is that you're just supposed to avoid that song.
Yeah.
And it's just like a silly who came up with that? I don't know. The internet did.
Yeah, I heard about it years ago.
Yeah.
And I've also been like, I'm not gonna, and I don't think I've heard it. I don't know. Well,
So
do you have to know that you heard it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could have, and you don't know. You're at the mall and you're walking around or whatever.
I know that I've probably
but-
heard that song, but I don't know if I've heard their version.
Yeah.
Because I think that I've been listening to other people's
for sure.
versions
Yep.
of
Which
it.
does not count.
And then also I didn't know that. Excuse me. I thought I wasn't sure what song it was until you had. It's like, have you been whammed?
Yeah. So my mother loves Christmas music, and she also does not drive. So I have to drive her places and take her places. And so for like the last, at this point, like month, because it's been going since like the middle of November, the one local station here, 103.3, has been playing Christmas music. And since it came out, pretty much every time I drive her somewhere, she requests to listen to it, which is fine. It's like, I don't hate
the station.
it. Yeah, she wants. She's basically like Christmas tunes, so like put on Christmas tunes, or whatever.
You mean you could just make a playlist?
I could make a playlist that does not contain that song.
Be like, here's what we're listening to.
Yeah. So anyway, I've actually heard this song like 3 or 4 times since like November 15th.
Okay.
But then once December 1st hit, it was December 3rd. I heard it. So it got me. But I've also heard Taylor Swift's version like 19 times. I've heard
1990 89 times.
Yeah, I don't know.
1989 times.
I've also heard
I hope that we hear like
that
10
was
of
fun.
those.
I
hope that
amazing.
there are 15, 16 computers in here, and I'm betting that they're all going to turn on right now.
Okay.
They're all going to restart. So we're going to hear that sound if anyone heard it.
The
14 more times.
The Apple turning on thing, yeah.
Which they got rid of for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they're like, people wanted it, so we gave it back to them.
So if anybody likes Last Christmas or doesn't like Last Christmas, doesn't like the original, I would suggest Sammy Ray's version, Sammy Ray and the Friends.
Yeah.
Came out last year.
And by the way,
back to my original conceit. The worst Christmas song?
Yeah.
Christmas Shoes.
Christmas shoes? I don't
Christmas
know.
Shoes.
I don't know.
Go listen to it later.
Why would you say, hey? All right, so this is completely off
Here's
topic,
the thing.
but it
It's not
reminds me.
bad musically.
Yeah.
It's
racist.
cheesy. No. Is it? Oh, there's another one. It's cheesy and like manipulative and kind of, I don't know, it's kind of, there are plenty of people out there like, that song's really sweet and it's really wholesome and it's really like, yeah, but it's exploitative too, I guess, of like a thing.
Christmas shoes.
Yeah, Christmas shoes.
3.
3.
I'm wondering.
Should we just wait and just
no, because we don't know exactly how many are going to pop up. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be all of them, but how many will the people actually hear? Because they're probably getting further and further away.
I don't know.
We're just going to stop and listen.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to do that. So there was a time that I went to Trogs, and it was with my friend, and my friend got a cheese plate, and he's a guy that's like, I'll get stuff and I'll share it with people. So he got it, and then he tasted this cheese, and it was like a blue cheese.
Love blue cheese.
And he's like, oh my God, this is the worst blue cheese, or this is the worst cheese ever. You have to try it. And that's kind of like what you did there. Yeah. And by the way, then I tasted it. I'm like, he offered it to me. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
So
I saw it.
He offered it to me, and then we were with another friend, and I'm like, oh my God, yeah, it's horrible. And then we went to the other friend. He's like, hey, you got to try this. And he's like, why? It's like, because it's really bad. But it tasted like a cow farm.
Okay.
Smells.
Yep.
Like a cow farm smells. Or
Yeah.
dairy farm. Why am I saying a cow farm? Dairy farm.
Yeah.
So if you grew up in Pennsylvania, you know what a dairy farm smells like. It tasted like that smell.
This is reminding me also of I think it's an old Jeff Foxworthy joke.
You might be redneck.
No. It's Bill Engvall. It's one of those guys.
The blue collar.
The blue collar guys. It's not Larry the Cable Guy, and it's not Ron White, but I think it's Jeff Foxworthy, maybe Bill Engvall. But it's this thing about and it's like a guy thing, and this is exactly what you just talked about. I think he calls it like a courtesy smell. And you'll be like,
I've heard of it before.
Like, oh man, I just found my old gym bag and it's been in the trunk for like all summer and I haven't worn it since I got all sweaty and put my clothes in there. Oh man, it smells like death. You got to smell this. And then you as the buddy, you owe your buddy a courtesy smell. Because you got to be like, all right, I'll smell it. And you're like, oh my God, it's so awful. Like, I told you and blah, 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 whatever. And it's the same thing with you. Your buddy's like, this cheese is terrible.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I guess I got to try it. So I'm telling you, Christmas Shoes, not a good song.
Okay.
Might be the worst Christmas song.
I'm going to close that up.
Not musically. You can make the argument that musically other songs are worse. But it's a bad one.
Yeah.
It's just kind of skeevy and gross. Whoa. That was a sound.
That was a sound, but it could disappear, but now we've mentioned it, so it's going to be weird. So.
Who's first? Me?
You're first.
I'm first. I found this band through TikTok. And not through like their TikTok coming up on my thing. There's some other guy, he's come up a couple times. I think he works for like a blog or something. And he was like, here's some of the best like kind of out there Christmas songs, or here's some kind of the best like bands from this year or whatever, like different things like that. That's kind of like come up a couple times.
Was it Anthony Fontana?
No idea. I don't know who
Do you know?
is.
Oh, he's a YouTuber.
Okay.
And he does reviews.
Okay.
You would dig him.
Okay. So anyway, so this guy comes up and it was like, I don't remember if it was like about this specific little EP, which is only 2 tracks.
Yeah.
Or if it was just about the band in general, but the band is called Los Bitchos. And I was like, well, obviously I'm going to at least go listen to Los Bitchos and see if I like them or not. Cause with a name like that, like, how can I not? And then I was like, oh, Christmas EP. Great. And I go on and there's 2 tracks on there and they're both pretty good. And, they're kind of interesting. They're an instrumental group. Where did you look up about them at all?
Nothing.
Where are they from?
Hawaii.
Kind of got a surf rock vibe, a little beachy kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're from England.
Okay.
Which I thought was very funny. I was like, oh, nope.
Music has no borders.
No, it does not, but just not what you expect, or not where I expected at least. So yes, they are from London, England, or London, United Kingdom. I'm going to try not to butcher names.
Do they have Spanish names? Or are they all like
one of them?
Are they
2 of them maybe, depending on how you or where they're from. So they Sarah Pital, Agustina Ruiz, Josephine Johnson or Josephine Jonson, because Jonson is like very JONSSON, and then Nick Cranshaw. But it says they play predominantly instrumental music in the style of cumbia from the 70s and 80s, and then there's also where's the thing that talks about their sound? Where did that go? This is a quote from Rolling Stone: "A globe-trotting psychedelic surf disco safari."
Sounds like
thanks, Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
and referred to as instrumental psychedelic sunshine cumbia. Cumbia, by the way, a famous sort of music and folkloric thing from Colombia.
Very cool.
So yeah, they're kind of cool.
One of the people plays the guitar.
Yeah.
And synthesizers.
I would suggest people check out the music video for this, because it's kind of fun and very cheesy in 80s. But yeah, this is Los Chrismos by Los Bitchos.
Oh,
if Bo decides to play it.
I don't want to play it anymore.
You should play it.
I should not
I'm
play
going to hit you with this dowel.
Is it a dowel?
Yeah, there's like 7 dowels over here. I'm going to hit Bo with them.
Maybe they're wands.
No, they're dowels.
They're wands. I love how I'm talking off mic. Hey, it's a Christmas song.
Christmas song, because it's sleigh bells.
It's got sleigh bells.
And maybe the minor 4 chord. I don't think so, though.
I'm glad this isn't a video podcast right now.
Yeah, Bo's just jamming.
Repeat. Well, no.
No, new section.
Yeah.
I dig it. I want to listen to more of their stuff. They just released their first album this year, like in February. They've been a band, it says, for like a few years, but February 2022 is when they released their first album. And I listened to a couple tracks of it, and it's fun. It's all, like this. There is a little bit of vocals in this.
Yes, there is.
It's not much, but you'll hear it.
And it's not just that.
Yeah.
So there's 2 guitars, but there's not 2 guitarists.
Mm-hmm.
Bridge.
Mm-hmm. Christmas time, sexy times. Those are the lyrics, by the way.
Yeah. Ooh, he did.
Yeah. And then it goes into this kind of like
1970s psychedelic.
Yeah, but also, like, to steal your word from last week, like medieval-ish, kind of like ba-da-da-ba-da, like very modal kind of. Now it's not. It's just for like that first few bars of that thing.
For that part, it's the harmonies are more like Leonard Skinner.
Okay.
Like, I think they're fourths.
Okay, yeah. Which is still kind of very old-timey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on who you are talking to. It's like, what does it sound like? Like medieval? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then like Leonard Skinner, like, oh, yeah. There you go. There's Leonard Skinner harmonies.
Come on, that's so fun.
Yes, it's fun. You are a heat miser because it's summer, but it's Christmas time.
Are you intrigued to listen to more of
Not at all.
Los Bitchos? Really?
No.
I thought you might be kind of into the guitar thing.
No, I mean, the guitars are cool, and like, this doesn't speak to me, but
Okay.
it's definitely fun.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like all
And
their
it-
stuff is exactly like
And
this,
it
but
does a thing, and it does it really well.
Mhm.
But when they're saying Christmas time, sexy time, I'm like, I'm okay.
Okay.
This is a novelty song.
Well, yeah, it's a Christmas song. They're all kind of like that. I would
All songs
suggest
about Jesus are novelty songs.
to anybody, but also to you, like go to their album
Yeah.
and pick a track and see if you're into it.
Now we go to
Now
more-
for something completely different. By the way, so Bo and I will just like text each other the link to the song.
Yeah, and I
But
have to do a lot more searching
No,
because I have to switch it to a different program.
get Spotify.
I mean, technically, I do have Spotify. I just don't use it.
Anyway, so all I saw was the title of the song and the album cover.
Which album cover? Because there's 3.
The one with the ghosts in the car and the winter landscape, because this is from So
Okay.
Much Wine,
Yes.
the single
So from the EP.
from EP, I guess. But anyway, I saw the cover, which is like I said, 2 ghosts in a car, and then like there's like a winter landscape and other stuff. And I was like, why is this ghost thing like such a thing? I was like, this is like the conversation I'm having in my head. I'm like, why is this ghost thing such a thing? I was like, Phoebe Bridgers does it, Matt Nathanson's done it, somebody else did it, and then I opened it up. I was like, oh, it's Phoebe Bridgers.
Oh, you didn't even see what the
No, because it
artist
says
was.
like this is. I'm showing you.
Yeah.
All it says
Yeah.
is the song and shows you the album cover. So depending on the album, like the Los Bitchos one, it very clearly says Los Bitchos, Los Christmas / Tip Tap.
Yeah.
The Jeff Hamilton one, which I also have here, is like Merry and Bright, Jeff Hamilton Trio. Like you know what it is.
Yeah.
But this other one I didn't, and I was like, why is everybody like ripping off the same thing? And it's like, well, it's Phoebe Bridgers ripping off herself or just using this motif or whatever.
She does it. There was
But it's just funny that I had that same thought. I was like, she does it, and then Matt Nathanson did it, and somebody else has done it.
Yeah, during the process of finding Christmas songs, I just like went down a Phoebe Bridgers rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can see like on their page on Spotify, maybe
Mm-hmm.
on Apple, you can see where they also were. And there's a her version of somebody else's song, and it's the album cover,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's that ghost. It's just like superimposed on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the ghost thing is her thing.
Well, but it must be some artist that does it, because here's Matt Nathanson's "Show Me Your Fangs," and it's the same thing.
Oh yeah,
It's like an old photo, and then they paint ghosts
white
over
in,
top of
and
them.
then, oh okay.
Yeah,
I didn't actually even realize that,
and that's
because the Day After Tomorrow
from
thing.
his album is the only
Oh.
reason that I actually know that. Otherwise, I would just think it's Phoebe Bridgers' thing. And I mean, she's kind of made it her thing, at least for 2 albums. This
Yeah.
one and the other one.
I'm gonna play 2 tunes.
Boo! No, it's fine.
So this wasn't the original song that I was gonna pick. By the way, this album, this EP is great all the way through. There's a couple classic hits. That's maybe the last one.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. True. So there's some. I need to find it. So talk amongst yourselves.
Well, I'm currently Googling this Matt Nathanson album to see if I can find about the artwork. Let me go back a second.
So on So Much Wine, there are 6 tracks.
Mhm.
Track 1, So Much Wine.
Great.
Track 2, Day After Tomorrow.
Mhm.
Track 3. Oh crap! I'm missing one, and I'm missing more than one, and it sucks because the one that I want. Okay, so if we make it through December,
Yeah, which is a cover.
is it?
I
don't know.
think I've seen other songs called that.
Wait, who is the? I didn't even realize that it's featuring these people.
If We Make It Through December appears to be by Merle Haggard.
Okay, and then Christmas Song, and then Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Track 4 is called 7 O'Clock News / Silent Night.
Which is also a cover.
Well, obviously, Silent Night.
No, but I mean like the 7 o'clock news part.
Is it?
Simon and Garfunkel. Dude, I've been like searching all this Christmas music to find like cool stuff. So like just that title, I knew it was somebody. I had to look it up.
Oh, I need to look this up then.
Yeah, it's
7
o'clock.
News.
yeah.
But not Phoebe Bridgers.
Yeah, no, because it's by Simon and Garfunkel. And also,
Oh, it is. Oh my god. Okay, so
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a cover song, so it's not that cool anymore
I mean, it's still kind
to
of
me. Well, no. I
There's
mean,
so many versions of this. But they're all like the same.
All right. So,
Sorry.
have you heard the Simon and Garfunkel song "7 O'clock News, Silent Night"?
Once.
Okay. Do you know what the deal is? The deal of it is
that they're playing the news, but it's like Silent Night. It's supposed to be like a news broadcast in 7 and right or something. I can just play it. I have it here.
Okay, so on one side, well, I'm doing the Phoebe Bridgers version because I've not heard the Simon and Garfunkel version.
Okay.
So she starts singing Silent Night, and then that kind of pans over, and then you start to hear like news titles.
Right.
And the news titles on here are all relevant to now.
Right.
Not whenever the Simon and Garfunkel song was made.
Yeah.
And they're all like super political, but Silent Night is going on. And then like it kind of like the news overpowers the Silent Night.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was like, that's a really cool idea. Apparently I thought it was a Phoebe Bridgers idea, and it was not. It was a Simon and Garfunkel idea, or somebody before them.
Yeah.
So look at me, I don't know things. 1966 that came out.
There you go.
On Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme.
Oh.
Classic Simon and Garfunkel album.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's even better?
Scarborough Fair.
Do you know who's even better than Simon and Garfunkel? And Hall & Oates.
There you go. I was like, you got to get the other part. I knew the joke you were trying to make, and I was like, you got to get the other part.
So the best band, better than both of those, is Garfunkel and Oates.
No, it's not.
It is.
They're fine.
They are, man. They're hilarious. Those two.
Yeah.
Didn't they do the song where the one about never mind, I'm not gonna mention it. It's a TikTok thing though, and where like people will play the song for their parents, and their parents are like, "Oh my god, that's horrible." Mm-hmm. So, anyways, this song that I thought was cool. Any of the songs on here that you could play and it'd be like, this is really cool. I don't know if this is a cover song now or not, since most of them are cover songs.
This would be hard to tell because just searching Christmas song would be hard to tell.
Well, I mean, when I play it, it might have the credits. So this is called Christmas Song, performed, maybe written by Phoebe Bridgers, which we've had Phoebe Bridgers on before, doing a cover song.
By the way, if I search Day After Tomorrow without hearing it reading lyrics, there's a Joan Baez song, but also a Tom Waits song.
Okay. And it's probably Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Or it's the same song.
It's Dan McCarthy.
MC or
wrote
M?
this song. McCarthy. Yeah, McCarthy.
Apparently McCarthy Trenching is his band. And he wrote the song in 2008.
So yeah, this is a covers EP. I did not realize.
Coming back from the country.
I bet it's a country song.
Good food and lousy beer.
Featuring Jackson Brown. Did you realize that?
This winter's so dry. The dirt road.
No, because what I had. No, the 7 o'clock news was with the other one.
At the light.
No, I wasn't.
7 o'clock news has apparently Fiona Apple and Matt Berenger.
Yeah, from the Nationals.
But this song apparently has Jackson Brown.
Cool. There you go.
There's Jackson Brown. I just found a Pitchfork article
About this whole album?
at least about this song, but I'm assuming it talks about the article. Here's a great quote from her, by the way. It's not that often that I hear a Christmas song that doesn't make me want to quit music. And I'm assuming she means like Christmas songs are just really cool and well done, I'm assuming.
Yes. So like a Polyphia. It's like you hear them and you're like, I want
Throw your guitar in the garbage
I'm
can.
Quit the garbage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit the garbage.
Oh, this is a very short article, actually.
Yeah. Apparently it's an annual thing that she releases a Christmas album. According to Rolling Stone.
With that happy holiday crowd, and its anchors away, looks like smooth sailing, but the merest hint of waves could capsize you.
So she says in a statement about this song, the first time she heard the song, it hit her like a ton of bricks. A lot of McCarthy Trenching songs do that. It's not that often I hear a Christmas song that doesn't make me want to quit music. And then Would you like to pause so we're just talking over the tune the whole time? She says, this is a pretty good quote. She says about she played a show in L.A. around the holidays last year where she covered it for the first time. And Jackson Browne was there, and he came up to her after the show and was telling her how much he loved the song. And then she says a couple days later, Dan McCarthy, got a Bandcamp notification on his desktop computer that someone paid $50 for his record. Because you can pay kind of your own price on there. You have to pay like a minimum to pay your own price. So someone paid $50 for his record and wrote a nice note and signed it Jackson Browne. And it says he thought someone was like messing with him. Yeah. So then when she decided to record a version of the song, she was like, well, Jackson Browne's got to be on it. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Cool.
But that's also really awesome that Jackson Browne went and bought that dude's album on Bandcamp and then paid him like $50 for it and like wrote a note. That's kind of cool.
It is.
Jackson Browne's, he's a big deal.
Yeah.
He's got people who do that.
And it's Christmas, so no one can fix it. The desire for annihilation
Sleigh Bells is a Christmas song.
Yep.
is as common as it is unkind. And it's hard to recognize the situation when you're desperately trying to have a good time.
This is a big hit.
You don't have to be alone to be lonesome. It's so easy to forget.
This would be so. I'm like imagining like her at a club and like everybody just with their beer in their hand, just like swaying back and forth and singing along to this one.
And it's Christmas.
Thanks for doing some research during this, so now I can listen to like the originals of all these.
Oh yeah.
So no one can fix it.
Can you pull up the original of this? I'm just curious.
No,
Bastard.
you can blame the school district.
Can you really not? I can probably pull it up.
We got to cut this short, even though it's not really short. It's long.
Here's a little bit of it. Similar vibe so far.
Back from the country
A little more folky.
for the good food and lousy beer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I get it.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Good thing I picked it
Good job, Bo.
and knew so many.
This is coming out when? The 13th?
This episode. Oh wow, that was really loud too.
Tuesday the 13th?
Let me just.
No,
look.
this will be out the 20th.
Yeah, this is the 20th.
Oh, okay. So,
It's my child's birthday. My oldest child.
happy birthday, oldest child.
They will be 16.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna be 16.
Cool. I'll try to find him and say hey.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
I mean,
Well,
you could just wait till Thursday.
I
But,
could.
but then it's the day before break.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate.
It started yesterday,
Hanukkah already started?
right?
So,
yesterday,
again,
the
if you
19th.
celebrate those things, happy all those things. If you don't,
Happy Festivus when on the 23rd.
Solstice, Festivus, just December.
The
Hope you're having a
solstice
good
is a
Tuesday.
scientific holiday.
Sure.
I mean, it's based on where the sun is.
Yeah.
In the sky.
But like, so then we won't do any more Christmas tunes then.
No,
'Cause it'll be after.
next week. I mean, next week's still going to be like maybe wintry.
For you,
For
yeah.
me,
But I
it's-
won't play like
Yeah,
probably some. I might not play something off my dope Christmas list.
yeah. So
Cool.
go listen to these on your own.
Mhm.
Go buy them if you dig them.
I should
On
wish people,
CD or tape. Or,
Also, a happy Kwanzaa and happy Boxing Day because those will have already passed by the time the next episode comes out.
wasn't Boxing Day? Yes,
The 26th.
Yes.
I know.
I'm doing the
dates.
math and thinking that they have never mind that
Mhm.
they've passed already, but they have not until the next episode.
Correct.
And then we'll do some rebirth things. I have ideas for special episodes. Let's see if we do them or not.
Okay. I've had some and then I forget about them. So, I've got a few bands I've been like waiting to
Yeah,
talk about because like
for a day to line up, right?
no.
I'm
What do you mean?
joking. Like the Mad Caddies, May 16th.
Oh, that's Lagwagon.
Lagwagon?
No, it's mostly just more like I was playing so many of a similar type band in a row.
Yeah.
Very punk and emo and all that
so
kind of stuff
you
in a
wanted
row.
to
So I was
switch
trying to
away.
like hold off on that. But like it's kind of that thing when you get in the mode of listening to a certain style, in some ways like you just keep listening to other bands in that style, even if
Yeah.
it's new bands, because it's like, oh, suggested for you, or
With some Deathgrass.
some other thing and stuff like that. Well, it wasn't Deathgrass, was it? Was it Deathgrass?
It was Deathgrass.
Deathgrass. That's so funny.
It is.
But anyway, so I'll have some like new to me bands and then new to everybody else bands coming up. So
Yep.
yeah, cool. Thanks for listening.
All right. Facebook, Instagram, email, twotunespodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
Discord, everything's in the description below if you want to reach out and get the link to the email.
Oh yeah, if you want the Dope Christmas List playlist, let me know.
Yeah. Bye. Happy Christmas, all that holiday mumbo jumbo. We already said that.
Yeah.
You said it, I didn't.
Yeah.
Bye.
Because I like them and you don't.
You're right.
Okay, bye.